You don't know. So the question is, if you understand that you are a hypocrite, you understand that you're not being sincere, and you're very scared from it. You don't trust your faith. You don't trust your actions. Once you know this, once you realize this, and then what? What is the next step? There must be a next step. This is where people are stuck. They just know, but even that realization, how long is going to last? Realization doesn't last very long. It's like the taste of a food. You taste, it tastes really nice, then it's gone. Second mouthful is not as good as the first, isn't it? Third is not as good. So it continues. Everything is getting lesser and lesser and lesser. So it doesn't last. How are you going to make it to last? You realize, and then what? What do you do? What do you do, Salidai?
Would be like those flowers there, right there by your side, and I say, Sabi, no, I thought that. Would it be like that for a start? And then I try to do that, follow through, inshallah.
Like the flowers are dying.
Okay.
The flowers are not saying, I hear and I obey. How do the flowers obey?
Yeah. For their namesake.
Huh?
For their namesake, if I should say such a thing and follow through as best I could.
What is he saying, Abdul Hamid? It's your American friend. Okay. So you're saying, we hear and we obey. You're saying that the next step is to?
Yes.
To hear and to obey. But you feel that you are a hypocrite, and everything that you hear is wrong, and everything that you do in obedience is wrong. So what do you do?
Then I have to consult.
You have to consult. Good. So now you're consulting with me, and I'm saying to you, what do you do?
I do it. I do what's in my heart to do. I look at it, I say, okay, is Sidney going to be happy with this? I'm going to do it.
That's right. That's correct. Now you have to, what they say, you have to bite the bullet and you have to do it. Now it is beyond the feeling and realization. You realize that you're not sincere. What are you going to do? Shaitan is going to say, don't do it. Ego is going to say, don't do it. You're not sincere. You know what? Don't even pray. You're not sincere. Every time you say Allahu Akbar, your heart is circling somewhere else. So don't pray. Yeah, the shaitan is going to say, don't fast. Don't give zakat. Nothing you do is sincere. Don't even say shahadat because it's not sincere. But Allah is saying something else. Allah is saying, oh believer, why do you not do as you say? In that ayat, in the khutbah, no? So Allah wants us to do what? To do as we say. So what do you say? What do you say? Whatever you say, you do. So what are you going to say? Now you're going to be more careful what you say. Because everything that you say, there are always witnesses. It's witness. Everything that you say. Nothing that you say, the sound that comes out, physically, it doesn't disappear. It's circling around in the universes. Shaykh Effendi is saying the sound is circling around and is going to come back to you. Everything that is in the universe that is able to pick up that sound, they are witness to you too. So now you're going to be careful what you say. Meaning you're going to be careful what you promise. This is generally, this is for general, for everyone. Again, don't let the ego to say now to you when you have responsibilities. Oh, you're not sincere anyway, so stop all your responsibility. Don't make zikr, don't lead zikr, don't be imam, don't earn for your family because you're not sincere, so leave everything. That again, it is just shaitan tricking you, your ego tricking you, and there is a cop out. What is the easier thing to do? To give up. What is the harder thing to do? There is stepping your ego to keep going. Now, to do as you say. So you're going to watch carefully what you say. You're going to watch carefully how you say it. You're going to watch carefully when you say that, are you able to do it or not? So many people come to the Dergah and they say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. Shahavandi smiles and says, MashaAllah. Okay, very good, very good. Because just to say is good. Just to say good things that you're going to do, it's good, it's not a bad thing. To make intention to do good things is a good thing. But now, when you have intentions to do good things and it becomes a promise and you're making others to be witness to it, it's more difficult now for that to be erased because they're going to say, oh, this is promise, is it delivered? It's not. Are there witnesses? Yes, there's 10 witnesses. How are we going to make the witness now to turn their head and to say we didn't see anything? If there's no witness, the mercy is going to cover. If there's no witness, say you are making the intention and you're making the promise in your heart to do something, and time comes and you're not able to do it, it's only you and Allah. And Allah may cover it. But now when there are other witnesses, now it gets more complicated. So you're going to be careful what you say. You're going to be careful how you say it. You're going to look at every angle. You're going to look at every situation. Then you're going to look at yourself. That time, once you start doing all of that, your actions will become more sincere because you're looking very carefully. You're not just being irresponsible. Understand? So now you realize that you're a hypocrite. We realize that we're hypocrites. What do we do? Now is the time to do as we say. First, we're careful what we say. Then whatever we say, we must follow through and we must do. The shaitan disobeyed Allah. Adam alayhi salam, he was tricked and he went against to Allah's order. Allah is telling one, do this, and that one did not do. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying to the other one, don't do this. And they did. Allah is saying, make prostration to Adam. And Shaitan did not do. His excuse, I make prostration only to you. That the Wahhabis, they are saying, just like Shaitan. I don't make prostration to anything else, anyone else, to follow anyone's order. If it's up to us, we're going to cancel out Muhammad Rasulullah. Only uluhiyat. Only tawhid. Pure tawhid, they're saying. Allah is saying to Adam alayhi salam, do not eat from the forbidden fruit. Like this or like that, then he did. Shaitan is saying, Allah knows everything. He created me and He knows that I'm going to disobey Him. So in reality, I did not disobey. I'm doing Allah's will. He became more shaitan. Because Allah also the ins and the jinns. Allah also gave us a will. And gave us the intelligence to understand that there is the will of Allah and there is the will that we may follow the way of Allah, we may follow our ego. You don't have to be a philosopher or a prophet to understand that the way of Allah, the will of Allah, it is greater than your own will. So now the prophets are saying, Allah has given you a will. Don't even decide. Return the will back to Allah. That time Allah is going to decide. That time Allah is saying, my servant draws nearer to me, and I will be his hands, I will be his tongue. Those are the awliya Allah, those are the rijal Allah, those are the ones, when they do anything, they consider 1,000,000 things. They don't just do it because of inspiration. They're being very careful. They're watching everything. They're responsible for every word. And it was said, why Adam alayhi salam, he did not say that then? Because Shaitan is saying, my Lord knows everything, does he not? He says, yes. So my Lord knows I'm going to disobey him. He says, yes. So everything that I'm doing is according to the will of my Lord, so it is the will of my Lord for me to disobey. Shaitan that time became more Shaitan. And Adam alayhi salam, he said, I'm shy to say that. One word. He didn't try to argue, he didn't present anything, he just said, I'm shy. I'm too ashamed to say that. So shame now, haya, shame. It is a very big part of our religion. It is a very big part of faith. The one who does not have haya, the one who doesn't have shame, he doesn't have religion. So are we ashamed of the hypocrisy? Are we not ashamed? Some people, they swing to the other side. They say, yes, I'm a hypocrite. I must be proud of it. So what? If you understand the kind of fire that is burning you right now because of that hypocrisy, you will change. And you will, that shyness will make us to understand. That shyness will give us wisdom. It will open things up for us to understand, for us to realize. So how many times Shaykh Effendi is saying, you do something wrong, run to do something right. Shaitan is saying, you do something wrong, don't worry about it. And Quran is saying, Shaitan will say to you, your Lord is most forgiving. Don't worry, He's going to forgive you. To know, Allah is saying, that is coming from Shaitan, do not follow that. Do we know that our Lord is the most merciful? Yes. We do know our Lord is most merciful. But to have that attitude that I do wrong, so what? Allah is going to worship, Allah is going to forgive me. To have that you're putting poison there. Mercy is not our business, it is Allah's business. Our business is to ask for mercy. It is not to expect it and to demand it, is to ask for it. And the one who has shyness is never going to demand it. I did wrong, so what? Forgive me. The one who has shyness, the one who has faith, is doing something wrong. And he's going to beg for forgiveness that time. Then he's going to run to do something right. Meaning it's not just going to sit down and cry all day. So what if you cry all day? So what if you cry all night? Then once you finish crying, then what do? You go back to the same stubbornness. You go back to the same hypocrisy. You go back to the same arrogance. Then it didn't work. It doesn't work. Better for you not to cry than to change our life. We will speak more, inshallah, about this later. But, yes, now you understand that we are weak, we are hypocrites, Now we must run. Now we must do. Now we must do better. Now we must be sincere. Now we must fix things. Now we must watch what we say, and we must do what we say. Now you're going to look. What did I say to my Lord today? What did I promise to my Lord today? What did I promise to my Lord yesterday? Some, they don't even promise to their Lord anything. But we made a promise to our Lord in the time before time, on the day of promises. And we're saying, yes, we serve you and we worship only you. So, look to that promise. And how we live our life, it is answering to that question. It is showing whether we're fulfilling our promise or not. Then say, we are weak. This much we can do, Ya Rabbi. Our intention is to do better. Forgive us. If we don't have your mercy, we cannot move. We cannot do anything. Answer will come. The energy will come for you. Look, what is the energy that is coming? It's making you to move forward, gives a boost to you, to motorize you to do it, then to know that Allah is blessing you. If that energy is coming, it's pulling you back to make you more lazy and more sad and more selfish, depressed, and not moved to do anything, know that your ego and shaitan is giving you energy. May Allah increase our sincerity, inshallah. Forgive me and bless you. Fatiha.